Cool. So another thing I noticed is like in your goals, you've got like business goals, you've got fitness goals, you've got spiritual goals, you've got goals for music. You have so many things. Like, how do you, how's your like work-life balance? How do you find time to achieve all these different things that you've set out to achieve?
Yeah, no, it's a really good question. One of my mentors, he talked to me about. I think the book's called The Happiness Advantage by Sean Aker.
Yeah. Okay.
And it's about these 5 pillars. It's like 5 pillars of success. And in any business, business is hard. Whether you're a salesperson, whether you're dealing with the stresses of your employees, you need to have a very strong mental game. And I think that when people lack that, everything else fails. But people lack that because of little things that happen on a daily basis, right? So let's say you're knocking doors 5 days a week. The first day is a good day, but the second day, you just don't feel well and you roll your ankle, for example, and you can't walk. And the reason why you roll your ankle, like sometimes maybe it's just an accident, but a lot of times it's just because it doesn't have enough strength in your ankle, right? You haven't exercised. There's not enough muscle built around it, right? So sometimes little things happen to us. Or let's say you get in a fight with your girlfriend, right? And you're trying to knock doors and sell, but your mind's still on that fight, right? Or you're trying to recruit someone and you're thinking about like food to eat because you're not on a healthy diet, right? We lose focus sometimes because we can't get our main pillars in order. Right. So the way that I structure my pillars is I'll make sure mentally, spiritually, that's always one of the most important ones. Financially is the next one. Emotionally is the next one. So emotionally would be like the relationships you have with your friends and your family, right? Then physical would be the next one, and then intellectually, right? I think that sometimes we look at success as just a financial thing. But it's like you could be the richest person in the world, but if you're dumb, right? Life sucks.
And you'll probably lose it all.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So that's where I feel like those 5 goals, once you start with the 5 goals, you can turn those 5 goals into actions, right? You take those 5 annual goals, and then it's like, hey, my goal is to be 175 pounds lean. How do I break that into monthly, weekly, daily goals, right? Or my goal is to, learn about real estate and learn about the stock market. Then I could break that down into goals. I'll read, 2 books a month. One book will be on finance, one book will be on real estate, or one book will be on personal development. And then same thing with spiritual, right? Like I want to feel happier, right? How can I break that into daily goals? I want to meditate. I want to, I always keep this thing. I write down 10 goals every single day, my 10 goals. And then I write down 10 things I'm grateful for every single day. Right? Little things like that, And then finance as well. How am I going to, I want to make money, but what am I going to do with my money? How am I going to save money? It starts with like compound interest. How much money am I going to put away every day into investments and things like that?
So I actually I'm happy you brought up the 10 points of gratitude, because I feel like that's become like the thing now that every book talks about. Write down what you're grateful for, and millions of people read it, even people that aren't in business or read personal development books. You read it and you're like, wow, this is great. Or like your yoga instructor said it, and then you move on and you never hear it again. But then you hear 10 other people say it. So I just want to tie this back to what you said earlier about how, you're having a whatever day, you roll your ankle, and then all of a sudden, that fucks up your week because it just rolls into other things. So I'm guessing, tell me if this is the case, I'm guessing the whole point of the gratitude thing is almost to set your state on a positive note and do the opposite of that. And if you start off the day just thinking about good things, it's hard to be negative later on because you're already on that roll.
Yeah, I love that. There's this book called Own the Day. It's by Aubrey Marcus. And
What's
they
it
talk
called?
about having something called like a hard habit.
Own the day.
Yeah, and it's interesting because what he'll do is he'll have like that hard habit will be just something very, very hard, very difficult in the beginning of the day, so that all the things that are hard in the rest of the day seem easy. So like whether it be like a super cold ice shower, right, or like a crazy run in the morning, doing something that you don't normally do. Those things in the beginning of the day are super important. I think the first 2 hours of your day is detrimental to like everything in your week.
100%. Yeah, there's a book called, I think it's, I can't remember exactly where this concept is from. I think it's from Getting Things Done. I can't remember the exact author, but it's about eating the frog, and it's that exact thing. It's like you wake up every morning, you have to eat the frog, which is like do the hardest thing that you have to do that day first, and then everything else is going to be like a breeze from there. If you can do that one hard thing as early as possible, everything else, the day is going to go great.
Yeah, I love that, man.
And sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I was just saying that's my goals, man. Like I think it's important to just have it as separate categories. That way you can break it down.
For sure.
Hey everybody, this is Patrick. Just checking in quickly after the episode to say thank you so much for listening or watching. We really appreciate it. We've got some super cool interviews lined up in the near future. We're very excited about them, and we think they're going to bring a lot of value to a lot of people. So make sure that you subscribe on your platform of choice. We are officially available on all major podcasting platforms and on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe there and stay tuned for more. We'll see you next time.